Hi everyone! How are we doing? Hi Brianna, hi Sharon, hi Taylor, hi Peggy, hi Erin. Taylor, thank you so much for the super chat. Hi Kathleen, hi Jenny, hi Leah, hi Roman, hi Mags. We have our shield. We have our shields, Roman. I like that better than the gear. That's weird. Hi Gladys. How's everyone doing? Happy Saturday. Oh my gosh. I feel like it took forever for us to get here. I really do. Happy Saturday. My head is great. Thank you so much, Max. Today was the first day I woke up and I didn't have a headache. And I slept for almost 10 hours. So it was great. It's fantastic. Wonderful, one might say. I definitely just needed sleep. It's just like all week I was waking up with a headache, and then like the headache would come and go throughout the day. But today is so much better. So much better. Thank you so much for asking, Megs. Thank you, Sharon. Yeah, headaches aren't fun. I feel like I would rather take like a sore throat, coughing, like those kinds of inconveniences over a headache. It's like you bend over and then you come back up and it's just like throbbing. You turn too quickly and it's like, whoa. It's just, ugh. I do not like headaches. Thank you so much, Mags. Thank you, Taylor. Hi, Gloria. How are you doing? Friends, it's Saturday. We're on our ninth square. I can't believe it. Oh my gosh. Hi, hello. My name is Sammy, and this is New Year, New Blankets Crochet Along, brought to you by Yarn Over Hook. Yarn Over Hook is a free social media for crocheters to create, learn, and connect with other crocheters from around the world. You can join for free at yarnoverhook.com. We would love to have you, and we would love to see what you are making. If you are already a member, hi, hello, welcome. Thank you very much. Let's see. So announcements. I'm doing well, Gloria. Thank you. I'm doing well. Thank you. Let's do announcements. I feel like I have a band playing in my head. This flu is hitting hard. Oh, Sharon. I thought you had a cold. Now it's a flu? Or am I mixing you up with somebody else? Who was it that had back-to-back colds? Was that not you, Sharon? Oh goodness. I hope that you get over that quickly. I'm just resting a bit before we start Wes's birthday party. Oh my gosh, what was the theme? What was the theme? Was it cowboys? No, what was the theme again, Taylor? Okay, I need to adjust my seat. Hold on. Like falling off. Okay, there we go. Minecraft, that's what it was. Minecraft. So did you end up crocheting Jabberwocky, right? Jabberwocky? I don't know anything about Minecraft. Jabberwocky? Chicken jockey? Chicken jockey? It's a Jabberwocky. Whatever. Whatever it's called. Everyone's in sick lately. I feel so bad for everyone. I know. I've had it for 2 weeks. It started as a cough and cold. It was getting better, then came the flu. That sucks. I really hope that you feel better. Flu has been bad this year. That's what I'm wondering, if that's what I got. If I did actually get the flu when I was sick earlier. It was just so quick. We never had a fever. So I have no idea. I have no idea what we ended up having. I actually think it might have been a mild case of bronchitis. It's what we got. I have no clue. I have no clue. I think that like the weather is not helping. Like the weather has been so strange. I feel like it's so not helping. Hi Michael, how have you been? Michael, my Tunisian crochet hooks are coming today. I'm gonna start. I got TL Yarncraft's book. I got Tony's book, and I'm watching your videos as well. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. I'm gonna learn Tunisian crochet. I'm so excited. Gladys, right. You were the first one to say that. I've not made him a chicken jockey, lol. I've been too out of it. No, no worries. I can remember if you said you were gonna try. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. I got the Clover Takumi. Takumi? I think they're called. That's what they're called. Takumi? Um, Tunisian crochet hooks. They should be coming in today. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. Sharon, yay! Which ones did you end up getting? Okay, so let me get the pattern up. And announcements. Okay, so announcements. Today's Saturday. A new video. There's a new video out today. You grab it. There's a new video out this morning. Thank you, friends who've already watched, comments, liked, and hyped. I really appreciate it. It is a January wrap up. So it is a it's a cute little chatty vlog about all of the things that I did in January and the projects that I plan on bringing into February. And I think I'm going to do this at the end of every month because sometimes I feel like I'm so focused on how many whips I have that I forget how many projects I've completed. Like February just started. We're in it like a week now. And have I crocheted two? Have I finished 2 projects? I can't remember. I feel like I have. Maybe 1. But like I feel like we should celebrate more on like the things that we've completed as opposed to like stressing about our whips. So I wanted to do that. So let me share it with you guys. Oh goodness, YouTube is being weird again. Just bring up my comments, friend. So silly. There we go. January wrap up. So there's that. Save that to watch later. You don't know the brand name, a generic, you think? Oh, okay. I have lots of brands of Tunisian hooks, but I'm in love with the blue aluminum set I have. Ooh. I know, I can't believe like we're already getting into the second week. Like Valentine's Day is next Saturday. Like, so strange. So strange. Didn't finish anything in January, sad, but you're working on a bunch of things. That's not sad. You have some big projects, Leah, right? Don't you have big projects? So that's understandable. Okay. Let's see. Trying to remember. Today's Saturday. There's a new episode of Exploration Crochet podcast. So make sure that you check that out. Tuesday. So next week is our last stitch week. And then after that, then we will have we'll have seaming and the border. I like cannot believe that we're already there. I really can't. Let me get this. Go. Turn that on. Okay, I'm trying to be sure that we're all ready. Okay, cool. That is on. We're good here. We're good there. Here. Okay, great. Okay. I can't believe that we're on to our last week. Time flies when you're having fun. I know. I'm so hyped. I bought a set of cheap Afghan style Tunisian hooks to learn with. I'll probably get a different set later. Oh, nice. Okay, so I was thinking about that. And then I watched Tony's breakdown of Tunisian hooks that she has. And like she rated the Clover set a 10 out of 10 hooks. And I was like, okay. And I happened to have some points. So I didn't pay anything for them. Like otherwise I probably would have gotten something else to like learn with, but I'm like really excited. I'm really excited. I've been saving those points up and I don't know what I've been saving those points up for, but this was the moment. Otherwise I would not have grabbed them. Okay, so let's start out with a cheers. Grab your water. What's in your cup? What's on your hook? I know. I've been saving those points for a long time. A long time. Um Gosh, I feel like well over a year I'd been saving those points. Cause it's just like sometimes I'll use them, sometimes I'm like, oh, I'll save it for a rainy day. It was a Tunisian rainy day. When she ranked those clover hooks at 10 out of 10, I was like, I have enough points. And so then I got them. How are you? Oh goodness, no worries, Nitty ad. No worries at all. Uh I start my first iron infusion this week. It's 3 hours long. Oh my gosh. I'm hoping it'll help you. I'm hoping that it'll help. Coffee and I am working on a shell stitch today while watching you teach us the new one. How's the shell stitch going? Max, I'm working on adding eyes to a blue regiment of my crab army and then plan to switch to some preemie sized beanies to include when I send my NYNB to preemies of the Carolinas. Max, that's so fun. Oh my gosh, I love that. Leah, just the blanket sewing projects too, though. Oh, what are you sewing? Michael, I have a bunch of hooks that I just randomly picked off of Amazon Tunisian hook sets. That is that I want to do reviews on after using them a couple projects. I'm going more budget friendly hook sets. I can't wait to see that, Michael. I can't wait to see that. Okay. Okay, so I think we are good to start. I think we're good to start. Wanted to give folks enough time to get here. Learning how to sew book sleeves, very beginner friendly. Oh, I love sewing book sleeves. Absolutely very beginner friendly. It's like all straight lines. I love it. I think that's all the announcements. Today we're doing the cross double crochet. Oh, that's not all the announcements. Hold on. I have a big announcement that I kind of hinted to members on Thursday. And I'll put this on our calendar on Yarn Over Hook. And then once they have it scheduled, I'll put the link to the live on Yarn Over Hook. But I will be doing a live with Mrs. DeVeter from Furls on the 20th at 10 a.m. Central Time. So that is 8 a.m. Pacific Time. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. So it's been booked. It's been booked. I told YouTube members on Thursday that they had messaged me and that we were going to set it up. And I told them not to tell anybody until it was set up. It's set up. So mark your calendars for February 20th. I'll be doing I think it's called Furls Fridays. Furls Fridays. Furls Friends Fridays. I'll be doing a live with Mrs. DeVeter from on the Furls YouTube channel on the 20th at 8 a.m. Pacific Time. Thank you, Max. Thank you, friends. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. So make sure you guys tune in. Like I said, I'll put it in our calendar on Yarn Over Hook. And I'll be sure to hype it the week of, like as soon as I get the link up and stuff, I'll be sure to like put it on the page so that you guys don't miss it. You can hit like the notify button and stuff. But that should be fun. I'm like so excited. I'm so excited. Mrs. DeVeter's so fun. So I'm really excited to do that. And now I think the announcements are done. Now I think the announcements are done. Okay. I'm so excited. I'm so excited for that. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Sylvia, hot cocoa in your cup and hexagon cardi on your hook. How's it going? Next, I'm going to put a fake meeting on my work calendar so no one will schedule a meeting that day at that time. Just don't tell on me. I won't tell. I promise I won't tell. All right, friends. So cross double crochet. So I chit-chatted about it briefly last time about like the way that I do my cross double crochet. So cross double crochet can be done a couple ways. It can be done with a single crochet row in between each cross double crochet row, or just on its own. So back and forth like cross double crochet. It'll look more meshy. I prefer to put a single crochet row between my cross double crochet rows in order to give it a little bit more density, as well as keeping all of the stitches, it's the front, right? Yeah, keeping all of the cross double crochet stitches forward. And then you get a really nice like consistent texture with them all facing forward. If you alternate them, then it's not really like a consistent texture. And I wanted that nice like just nice consistency. I like love the way it looks. I love the way it looks in the blanket. So that is how we're going to be doing the cross double crochet. The pattern is written there in the blog. Let me get it pinned here. Kathleen, you have sparkling water in your cup, hook in hand for the cross double crochet. I love it. So this is what we're going to be working on today. You'll want your color D, whatever you assigned to color D, and your 5mm hook. The gauge is 4 inches. 4 inches is 7 cross double crochet stitches and 12 rows. I think I had a typo in there before. And I said 11 rows. It's 12 rows. It's 12 rows. Looks so pretty. Can we see the square again? Of course. This is the square we're doing. It's nice because it's like not so dense that it's heavy, especially with so much yarn in the double crochet stitch, but like it's a little airy still between those X's. So you still get that like nice airiness. Okay, so let's go over gauge. Hi friends, how does this look? You get a check on how this looks. Yeah, looks good to me. Michelle, isn't it pretty? It's a very pretty blue. No more blues for you, Michelle. No more blues for you. You have so much blue. Okay, great. Oh, good. I'm glad. Okay, so we have our gauge swatch here, our swatch gauge here. This isn't straight. There we go. There we go. Okay, so we have our swatch gauge here. We're just going to line it up on the edge of one of the cross double crochets so that we get a nice even count. So we have 7 stitches, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then I like to put the gauge at the top of a single crochet row and then count from there. Where are we? There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. It's kind of difficult to count the X's here at the bottom. So you definitely want to pay attention to where it's pulling, like pulling that single crochet. And then you count that. Okay. So at the top of the single crochet stitches here, and then the bottom of those X's there. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay. This one blocks really, really well. There's a lot of elasticity in this stitch. So if your square ends up a little bit smaller, and only a little bit, like ½ inch, you should be able to block it fine. Okay, so only a little bit. Going to head out, everyone. Gotta rest a bit. No worries, Taylor. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for the super chat. Good luck with Wes's birthday. Okay. Gauge, blah, 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 yada, yada. We have color D. So everybody's having color D. You want the color that was the 3rd color you used in your moss stitch, the secondary color you used in your block stitch, and the 2nd color you used in your shell stitch. So whatever color was assigned. By now you should have the colors pretty well assigned to your letters. So color D is what we're going to be working with. All right, this one is super, super simple. It's like, it's a 2-row repeat, mad simple. One of those rows is just single crochet across. Super, super easy. We're going to be doing some stacked single crochets in order to have nice clean edges, and so that when we go back with our border around the square, you have something to go into. So your turning chain is going to be a stacked single crochet. What other things should I say? That's really it. Our special stitch is a cross double crochet, and it's very, very simple. Very, very simple. So for the small, you want to start with a chain of 21. For the medium, you want to start with a chain of 33. And with the large, you want to start with a chain of 41. You can do two things here for the first row. Either regular, like the standard chain and then single crochet back across, or you can do a foundation single crochet. If you do a foundation single crochet, make sure that you don't do it too tight. You want a nice neutral tension. So I'm going to do a foundation single crochet. Friends who want to do a standard chain, you're going to want to chain 21, 33, or 41. And then in the second chain from your hook, go back and single crochet all the way across. For those who want to do a foundation single crochet, you want to foundation single crochet 20 for the small, 32 for the medium, or 40 for the large. Your total ending stitches for the small should be 20, for the medium should be 32, and for the large should be 40. Okay? So I'm going to do, what do I want to do? I'm going to do a foundation single crochet. So you guys can kind of see what I mean by neutral tension with regard to that. So foundation single crochet. If you don't know how to do that, a foundation single crochet, I wouldn't do it right now. And it's only because foundation chains take a lot of practice for consistent tension. So if you want to try a foundation chain, definitely try and practice outside of this square. And it's only because, one, I don't want you to waste your yarn. I don't want you to get the gauge wrong. Like, it'll be too tight. The first time, it'll either be too loose or too tight. My first time doing foundation single crochet, it came out so inconsistent. And it's kind of tough to get that like neutral tension. It takes a lot of practice. It just takes a lot of practice. So if you have not done a foundation single crochet yet, I would just stick with a regular chain on this go around. Again, stick with like a neutral tension for all of that because you want it to be able to stretch if you need to block it. But if you want to learn how to do a foundation single crochet, I do have a tutorial for that. And I would definitely try that out outside of these squares. Let me grab it. Foundation. This is it's really nice. It's a really nice stitch. Once you get the foundation chain down, and Brianna can tell you, once you get a foundation chain down, it can really level up your crochet. So this is the foundation single crochet. Okay, so I'm going to do foundation single crochet. Of 20. So I'll demonstrate the small square. What are you guys hoping to get done this weekend? Or like, what are you hoping to do this weekend? Not so much like get done like a task, but like, what are you hoping to do this weekend? I have a crochet meetup here in LA that I'm hosting tomorrow morning. Next week, I actually plan on filming a week of crochet for y'all because I haven't done that in a while. So I plan on filming a week of crochet, and I'm hoping to get my doodad blanket done. That's like my biggest goal. So I'm hoping to work on my doodad blanket quite a bit tomorrow and for the week. So that's the goal. That is the goal. Work on it tonight as well. I'm hoping to get a lot of crocheting done this weekend. And then I'm trucking along, YouTube members, on my Suzette Raglan, doing a backloop only trim takes so long. But I'm actually flying through it faster than I thought I would. Like, I put on something in the background, or like I call a friend, or Roman, and I just like crochet, and then I get a whole lot more done than I thought that I did because I'm not thinking about it. Like, I feel like when you're doing a trim on a wearable, you have to put yourself in a situation where you're not thinking about it, and then it goes by more quickly. But man, Max Nicole Chase just released a really cute alligator pattern that I'm thinking about trying when I'm not making hats. Ooh, it's like a small alligator, kind of like your frogs or your crabs. I think I did an outside pull on accident, and now my yarn is like fighting me. Gosh, I hate when I do that. Isn't that the worst? You pull an end of your yarn and it's accidentally an outside pull and you are not prepped for that. Okay. Oh, one more. And there we go. So if you're doing a foundation chain, single foundation chain, you should have a lot of elasticity. A lot of elasticity there. Okay, you don't want it to be too tight. So that's going to be our first row. It's bigger and more detailed. Ooh, that sounds fun. I can't wait to see Max. I want to finish the border on this blanket and I'm waiting on yarn to come in. Oh no, I hate that. I watch a lot of films while I'm making my wearables. Yeah, what have I been watching? What was I watching? Oh, I was watching, I can't really say. I was watching a documentary on a cult here in California. And it is ridiculous. I don't think I finished it. I think I need to finish it. It's ridiculous. Ugh, just absolutely ridiculous. Those are my favorite kinds of true crime docs or cult docs. And then even like Netflix came out with like a short series, I think is with Vox, on like how to start a cult basically, or I think it's like how to start a cult. But basically it's like they do a deep dive on how they even work and why they work, like how people get sucked in, like the whole thing. And it's crazy watching that and then watching my true crime docs, because then I can see it. I can see each of the steps being hit. It's just like, gosh, I'm like literally, I'm so obsessed. Cheers, water break, unclaw your hands, unshrimp your pasta. Patty, how are you? Leah, I plan to work on this blanket this weekend and get caught up. Yay! How many squares do you need to do? Patty, my Hirschner's yarn came in today. I'm working on 3 of my 4 Afghan whips. Oh my gosh. Jenny, and all the talk about doodad blankets makes me think of my dad. He called everything the family collected doodads. That's so cute. That is so cute. Okay, so once you have row 1 done, this is your wrong side. So every time you work on single crochet stitches, that will be your wrong side. Okay, so this is the wrong side. We're done. Oh wait, I do have 20. There we go. Ah, I almost messed myself up. You should have 20 single crochet stitches. Perfect. So from here, you're just going to turn. For the cross double crochet rows, we're not going to do a turning chain, a traditional turning chain. Okay, so in that first stitch, we're going to do a stacked single crochet. So we'll insert our hook into that first stitch, yarn over and pull through, yarn over and pull through both loops on our hook. And then, where did it go? Here we go. we're going to take our hook and we're going to go into the second leg here. So not this one, but this one here. Yarn over and pull through. Yarn over and pull through both loops on your hook to complete the stacked single crochet. Then from here, we're going to do our first cross double. So this stitch here would be our next stitch. The stitch here. We're going to skip this one and do a double crochet in the following stitch. This stitch here. So we'll yarn over, insert our hook into that following stitch. So not this next one, but the following one. Yarn over and pull through. Yarn over, pull through the first 2 loops only. Yarn over and pull through the remaining 2 loops on your hook for our first part of our cross double crochet. And then we're going to go back. We're going to work back into that skipped stitch in order to make the second part of our cross double crochet. So we're just going to do a double crochet. The thing about the crossing part is that you could get your yarn caught up down here. So you just want to be sure you don't do it too tightly and that you're paying attention on how the yarn is laying across that first double crochet. So I'll show you what I mean. So when you yarn over and insert our hook down here, my feeding yarn has now made it below this double crochet here. So it's not going to cross very well. So what you want to pay attention to is when you yarn over and go down, that feeding yarn crosses on top of. This is the feeding yarn here. Here's my previous double crochet. So you want to make sure that your feeding yarn crosses on top of the double crochet, not below it, like I showed earlier. So you just want to pay attention to that, because then your cross double crochets will come out consistent and like actually cross, as opposed to kind of being looped at the bottom and it creates more of a V. So we'll yarn over, pay attention to your feeding yarn, make sure that's crossing over that double crochet, insert your hook into that skipped stitch, yarn over and pull through, yarn over, pull through the first 2 loops only, yarn over and pull through the remaining 2 loops on your hook. And there's our first cross double crochet. There's our first one. So I'll do it again and show you guys about the crossing. Okay, so this stitch is already worked. That was where our first double crochet was. So we're going to skip that double crochet, skip this next stitch here, and work our first double crochet in the next stitch, into the following stitch. So we'll yarn over, insert our hook into that following stitch, yarn over and pull through. Yarn over, pull through the first 2 loops only, yarn over and pull through the remaining 2 loops on your hook. And then we're going to go back into that skipped stitch that we skipped. So we'll yarn over, pay attention to the crossing there. So you see your feeding yarn crossing over that double crochet, and pay attention and make sure it's going right across the double crochet and not underneath it, but right across into that skipped stitch, yarn over and pull through, yarn over, pull through the first 2 loops only, yarn over and pull through the remaining 2 loops on your hook. And now we have 2. Was this a hard stitch for you to learn? Not really. I feel like this is a really nice beginner textured stitch. The cross double crochet stitch, I like double crochets because I feel like you can play with them more. They're longer than half double crochets and single crochets, but not as long as treble crochets. So I feel like you can play with them a lot. So learning the cross double crochet stitch was like, I feel like just another level of like what you can do, like the possibilities of a double crochet stitch. Like front post double crochet, like you can do so much with a front post double crochet. And learning how to do cross stitches like this was like, it was just so much fun. I don't even think I was paying attention to any sort of difficulty. Let's do it again. So this stitch is where our first double crochet stitch was. And then we have this next stitch here. That's what we're going to skip and work a double crochet in the following stitch. So we'll yarn over, insert our hook into that following stitch, yarn over, and pull through. Yarn over, pull through the first 2 loops only, yarn over, and pull through the remaining 2 loops on your hook. We have our first half of our cross double crochet done. We're going to work back into the skipped stitch here. So we'll yarn over, cross our feeding yarn across the double crochet, not under it. Go into that skipped stitch, yarn over, and pull through. Something else that will help once you pull through is to give it a little stretch so that your hook is closer to the top of your work. Yarn over, pull through those first 2 loops only, yarn over, and pull through the remaining 2 loops on your hook. There we go. Are there any questions on how to do this one? I'll do a couple more, but are there any questions so far? This stitch was also a favorite that I had learned because, like I said, I got really excited about adding more versatility to my double crochet stitches. So this stitch was actually in my mood tracker blanket because I had so much fun with it once I learned it. My mood tracker blanket had a lot of stitches that I had just learned that I was really excited to just put in a project. So what stitch was that? It's not a bobble. It was like a puff. Putting single crochets between puff stitches. I didn't think about that before, so I was like, oh, I'm excited to do that. I did my half double crochet because that's my favorite stitch. Then I did a linked double crochet because I had just learned about linked stitches. I did the moss stitch because I had also just learned about the moss stitch. And the cross double crochet because I had just learned about the cross double crochet. I had put a bunch of stitches in my stitch sampler mood tracker blanket because I was getting so excited about learning new stitches. I like this stitch. It's been a couple of cows I've done before. It's a fun stitch. I'm sensing a theme. There was definitely a theme. And I wasn't thinking about I should have planned my stitches a little better because I feel like I wasn't thinking about height. So had I finished my mood tracker blanket, it would have been really long. It wouldn't have been bad because I would just use it sideways and share with my husband. So it wouldn't have been bad, but it just would have been long. Hi Nidhi Ad, how are you doing? All right, so we're just gonna keep repeating that all the way across until there's 1 stitch remaining. If you do foundation single crochet, those chain 2 does not count as a stitch for me. If they count as a stitch for you, make sure that you include those in your count. The foundation chain kind of not discourse, but the disagreement on whether or not the starting chain counts as a stitch or not. For me, with a single crochet foundation chain, the first 2 chains don't count as a stitch for me. They're too small. For half double crochet, I start with 2 chains. I don't count them as a stitch. For double crochet, you start with 3 chains. I do count that as a stitch because there's a lot of yarn there to not count it as a stitch. So I would love to know, for foundation single crochet chain, do you count? Yeah, I'd call it turning chain. The turning chain as a stitch. I don't know if this is a depend situation, but I'll put that as an option. Let me type out single crochet. Oh wait, no, I don't need another option. I don't need another option. Okay, there we go. Rock the boat, friends. Hi, Tina. Oh, no worries. Hi, Jen. Under the weather today, so you may not be crocheting, but wanted to pop in and say hello. Thank you for stopping by. I'm sorry that you're not feeling well. Everybody's sick. I've only used that technique once before, and I don't remember if I did or did not count it. Yeah, I feel like it's interesting. It's interesting, and I feel like because it's newer, like people don't know whether or not to count it. We're just gonna keep doing that. Whoops. See, my feeding yarn went under the double crochet. There we go. Sometimes I'll use like my nail to kind of guide it to like be sure that it stays where it's supposed to be. So like I'll put my thumb here so it doesn't go below the double crochet and then work the stitch so that like my thumb is keeping my feeding yarn from going too low. Oh no, Jen. That's a bummer. I hope that you feel better. I'll just keep doing your cross double crochets all the way across. Your cross double crochets across. Jen, I don't know if you watched the members live yet, but I got a signed copy of Tony's Tunisian crochet book. And I ordered some Tunisian crochet hooks. They should be here today. Alrighty, so this is my turning chain that I don't count. So here's my last stitch here. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. I got the clover ones. Um, Cami. Cami posted a video on Yarn Over Hook where Tony did a ranking of Tunisian crochet hooks that she has. She gave the clover hooks a 10 out of 10 hooks. So I got those ones. And like once I get better and like more into Tunisian crochet, the Hobie ones are definitely on my list. Those might be like a birthday present to myself or something. Wait, the border has a cross double crochet in it? Oh, that's so funny, Jen. Okay, so in this last stitch here, we're just gonna do a standard double crochet. And that's it. That's the cross double crochet row. Are there any questions? Thank you, Jen. I'll probably reach out to you. Your husband's now joined the sick list? Oh my gosh, you're trying to keep your distance. Oh my gosh. If you need any help, I'm happy to help however I can. Thank you, Jen. I know people love those clover Tunisian crochet hooks, but the bamboo gives me pause. I don't like grippy hooks, and I wonder how smooth they are. They're very smooth. The clover Takumi hooks are very, very smooth. I have a regular one, and I didn't like it because it didn't have a thumb rest, but I had only used it when I was doing tapestry. So, like, it just wasn't that was just not the project to use that on. So I have a Takumi hook and it's very, very smooth. And one of the reasons why Tony likes the Tunisian crochet Takumi hooks is because they're smooth. So it's like, it's smooth. It's not gritty. Is that what you're thinking, Max? It's not gritty. It's very smooth. Very, very smooth. I think you can get the hooks on Amazon. I don't know. I bought mine at SoCal Fiber Fair. Not last year, but the year before last. You gotta watch the replay. I can't remember what it was. It's in one of her books. It's in her book, the first project that I want to do. But I'm gonna do swatches. I'm definitely gonna swatch, and I'm just gonna play with stitches for right now. I just want to make like cute little swatches. I'm so excited. I'll probably make swatches out of some of the cotton yarn I have, because then we can use those as like dish rags or like cleaning rags. I'll probably do that. Yeah, it was either the pillow or the floor cushion. The floor cushion might not be the first project, but it was either I thought it was either the pillow or a scarf. Wasn't it a scarf? Can't remember, but the pillow was like really excited. Ooh, do you mind sharing it on Yarn Over Hook, Jen? Okay, so after this, oh, the poncho. There was a poncho, yes, that I got really excited about. Yes. I'm so hyped. I'm so hyped. She messaged me on Instagram and was like, I'm so excited. Like, thank you so much for getting in the book. Have you tried Tunisian crochet before? And I was like, never. But I've been watching your videos. I've been really wanting to try. And she sent the cutest gif of her. I'm like the cutest gif. So I'm like, I'm so hyped. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. Okay. So from here, super simple. You're just going to chain one and turn. And then you're just going to single crochet across. And that's it. You're going to single crochet in that first stitch, which is the double crochet ending from the last row. And then single crochet in each stitch across. This is what's going to give us our right side and wrong side. So right now we're working on the wrong side. Your single crochet row is the wrong side. So just make sure that you hit every stitch as you go across. Thank you, Jen. If you can't find it, I'll look for it too. It really can, Max. It really can. And Tony is so sweet. A sun tag? Whoa. Where did you get it? How long has Tunisian crochet been around? I learned from her unlisted video on Hobie from an advent calendar, haha. Oh, wait, that's how you learned Tunisian crochet? So I can't send that. Oh, but I can try to comb through her other ones. I know that I've seen it somewhere. Okay, cool. I'm sure that she has like tips and stuff. I can look. And then you're gonna do your last single crochet on top of that stacked single crochet from the beginning of our cross double crochet row. Gosh, how many times I say crochet in that one sentence. So you'll end up with something that looks like this. This is also why I like doing cross double crochet with single crochet. It gives it like a boho look, I feel like. Like it looks kind of like, you know what I mean? Like that boho texture. It's like an everything boho. It's like X's and lines. Like that's what this reminds me of when I look at it. I really like doing cross double crochet with a single crochet row. I really do. Okay, I'll put you there. This is what you should end up with after 3 rows. So from here, you're just going to repeat row 2 and 3, 2 and 3, 2 and 3 until your desired length, ending with row 3. So for small, you're going to do 17. For medium, you're going to do 27. For large, you're going to do 35. Do not fasten off. It's so pretty. It's so pretty. The Premier Yarns Anti-Pilling collection has such pretty yarn colors. Like, such pretty yarn colors. Hi, Trish. No need to apologize. How are you doing? So from here, we're not going to do a turning chain. This is our cross double crochet row. So after you finish that final single crochet, you're just going to turn. And then in that first stitch, so it's exactly how we did the beginning, you're going to do a stacked single crochet. and that counts as our double crochet. And then we'll proceed to do that same thing. Yarn over, skip the following stitch, insert your hook, or skip the next stitch, go into the following stitch, yarn over, and pull through, yarn over, pull through the first 2 loops only, yarn over, pull through the remaining 2 loops on your hook, yarn over, go back into that skipped stitch, making sure that your working yarn stays across that double crochet, yarn over, and pull through, yarn over, pull through those first 2 loops only, yarn over, and pull through the remaining 2 loops on your hook, giving us our first crossed double. And then you'll just do that all the way across. Making sure to pay attention to your tension and where your working yarn lands across that double crochet. We want to have X's, not V's. So you want to be sure that your working yarn doesn't go underneath it. If it goes underneath, let me show you what it looks like compared. You see the difference? So like with a cross double crochet, you can distinctly see that cross. If you put the cross double crochet underneath that double crochet, you get more of a V shape. So you want that distinct crossing, not this V shape. So that's why I keep emphasizing to make sure that your feeding yarn goes across that double crochet and not underneath it. So then you have a nice X. The stitch is so fun. I can't believe I accidentally pulled from the outside. Can't believe I did that. You'll just do the same thing all the way across. And this stitch works up so fast. Especially with like how it looks. Max! We're not always lucky enough to get nice X's in this life. So these X's, we can have nice X's in our crochet. Isn't the picture of today's square wrong? Oh my gosh, it is. How did I not notice that? Thank you, Tina. Oh my goodness, it is wrong. I've been so on top of doing that and I knew one day it would happen. That is so funny. Please hold, friends. Don't look. Don't look. Oh my gosh. I can't believe that. Oh, I was wondering why we had a green square. Why didn't anybody say anything? You guys are so sweet. You're just like, we're just gonna go along with it. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, almost an hour in. That is so funny. I'm that half asleep, I didn't even realize. Oh, that's so funny. That is so funny. The fact that Roman didn't notice it either. Oh gosh. I knew it. I knew it was gonna catch me one of these days. I almost made it. We had 2 squares left and I almost made it. That is so funny. Oh my gosh, I've looked at that green square so many times, taking screenshots and everything. My bad. I didn't see a thing. Oh, haven't just, that's so funny. Jenny, oh, having just celebrated 26 years of marriage last summer, I can honestly say I don't remember my exes. See, Sammy knows this is going to bug me all day now. And we have to start the whole stream over. Oh, no worries. No worries. Now you're gonna have to take some new screenshots from in here. We'll pose for the Manny Cam. I cannot believe it. Tina comes in late and she's like, what square are we doing? Oh gosh. Thank you, friends. I really do always appreciate when you guys like, hey, Sammy. Oh goodness. Okay, so in the last stitch here, we're gonna do our double crochet. And I mean, I'm sitting here staring at it too. And I could see the green out the corner of my eye. It just did not even didn't even click. So once we end that row, for the small, you should have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 X's. For the medium, you'll have 15 X's. For the large, you'll have 19, plus the 2 double crochet. Okay. Oh my gosh, look at y'all. That's goals. That's goals. My husband and I have been married for 2 years now. We just had a wedding last year, but we've been married for 2 years. At this point, what is an X? 25 years for me and Panda, cuties. Okay, so then we'll chain 1 and we'll repeat row 3. So we'll single crochet in that first stitch and all the way across. Let me know if you guys have any questions or if there's anything that I can redo or restart. I know that we had some friends who were late, so if you want me to go back, I'm totally fine with doing that. Totally fine. This is such an easy stitch that I could go back. So single crochet all the way across and single crochet into that stacked single crochet, ending that there. There we go. Oh wait, you know who else might have a last Tunisian stitch tutorial? MDL Crochet. Oh, I know you have a lot of Tunisian crochet tutorials. Oh yeah, no, I plan on going through his, I'm going through all of my friends' Tunisian crochet videos, all my crochet friends. Cheers friend, water break. Unclaw your hands, unshrimp your pasta. You've not done a foundation single crochet. Let me share it again in the chat. Because this stitch can start with that, but I highly recommend you start with a standard chain if you've never done a foundation single crochet. Pretty sure that was it. Yes, foundation single crochet. Yeah. Oh, Roman. That's such a bummer. What screenshots were you showing? I can redo some stuff. Like the gauge. Let's do that one again. Are you there, Roman? I cannot believe I didn't notice that. Gauge would be perfect. Okay, great. And I want to share this gauge swatch again with y'all because I really do love this gauge swatch, and you get to support a small business. I know that like there are gauge swatches available on like Amazon and Temu and like stuff like that, but like this person makes them themselves, and I think you can actually get them customized. Holly Berry Shop. Let me find it. Gosh, I forget. It's so hard. It's so hard to search shops on Etsy. Here we go. Holly Berry Designs. Sadie. She looks so nice. Oh, she has a 2-inch one. I wonder whenever you would use that. I wonder if that's more common in knitting. Oh yeah, that's on knitting. That makes sense. Let me share the gauge swatch with y'all. Because I love this. It makes it so easy. Makes it so easy. Swatch gauge, that's what it is. Swatch gauge. I never spelled gauge right the first time. I really do need to look into the tips and tricks of Tunisian. The 1866 pattern I have is really very vague on techniques, more of a method than a pattern. Oh, interesting. I wonder where the name came from. Because it's not like it's from Tunisia. It's not like it's from there. That I read. That it's not actually from there. That the name was picked because it sounds fancy. But I want to know if that's actually true. Aww. Do you guys have any tips? Michael, Michelle, Jenny? It's incredible that all of you guys are around the same amount of years. Okay. All right, I am going to get some crocheting in. I have 2 and a little bit of a granny square that I need to do. Am I almost done? I am. I'm almost done with this one. And I have 2 more that I need to do. Is anybody watching the Super Bowl game? Right? That's tomorrow. The Super Bowl game? The Super Bowl? I know sports. I'm probably gonna watch if I can make it. I have a lot of stuff I want to do tomorrow. But I might watch the halftime show. Otherwise I might watch a recording of it. That's really all I'm interested in. Marry someone you liked as a friend before it became romantic. Aww. I'm 100% all in on marry your best friend. Quentin is my best friend. My hottest homie, if you will. I think that's a great tip. Ooh, there we go. We did some like would you rathers. Like I feel like all week we've been doing that. So I just came up with one. So we know how we've talked about like how going back and forth like for a line blanket can be really tough, but I feel like the never ending granny square can also be pretty tough. So would you rather do the never ending granny square or a back and forth line blanket? And like the never ending granny square, of course, will have an end, not doing it for forever. But would you rather do the never ending granny square, the forever infinity granny square, or a striped blanket? Hi, Cami. How are you? I just brought you up earlier. The video that you posted for the Tunisian crochet hooks was so helpful. I ended up canceling my order and getting the Clover Takumi Tunisian crochet hooks. How are you doing? How's your weekend going? Granny square for sure. That'd be me for sure. The granny square for sure. I get so bored with back and forth lines. You'd rather do the granny square. I hope that things get better, Kemi. Yeah, I think like because even like doing my mood tracker blanket, and that was a back and forth blanket, I feel like it's so hard to see the progress in a back and forth like striped blanket. With like granny squares, you can see the progress as it goes. Like, but doing blankets in the round, I feel like take forever. Take forever. A knit make-along sweater, fun. Definitely striped. As the grannies get large, it takes too long to do rounds. So that's exactly what. Yeah, it does take a while. You know what I would love to see? Like a race. Doing a blanket in a round versus doing a striped blanket and see who can get to a specific measurement first. Because I'd be interested to see which one would technically be faster. Going from the inside out or going from the bottom up. Which do you guys think would be faster? Michelle, for you, friendship, respect, and laughter. Oh, I love that. Inside out or bottom up? Hmm. Yeah, I'm really curious. I'm really, really curious. Luna. How are you? I think doing a single crochet in a line would be faster than a granny square. You think so? But granny stitches are bigger. There's no way. No. Single crochets are so small. And the granny stitch is huge. So you'd be able to cover more area way more quickly. On the other hand, that starting chain on a large blanket can drive me insane and makes me doubt my ability to count past 10. Oh, double crochet. Oh, okay. That makes way more sense, Trish. I was like, what? We would have to do granny stripe and infinity granny square to make it fair. That would have to be the test. The yarn is too expensive. I think you'll never knit or crochet a sweater. I mean, you need a whole lot less yarn to knit a sweater than crochet a sweater. So if you were to pick one for the least amount of consumption, knitting would be a good way to go. Quick question, will you need to use the color C again besides the border? The red one? For me, that's red. I don't know. Yeah, we're using it for the long wave. I don't know, grannies grow pretty fast. They do grow pretty fast. Oh no, you're fine, Trish. Do you have enough yarn, Leah? Yeah, color C will be used for the long wave. C and B, and that's what we're doing on Tuesday. We'll be doing this one. Yay! I'm very excited. Cami, why? I didn't order the right amount. I'm doing a large blanket and I ordered for small. Whoa! Oh no! Just that color you ordered for small? Or you ordered all of them for small? Is it possible to get more yarn? Oh no, Leah! How did that happen? Oh no! I hope you can get more yarn. Trish, I'm just watching the blanket along and making some of the squares to practice different stitches and getting gauge right. I love it. I'm so glad that you're using this as practice. Because you said that you might make this blanket for your mom, right? Yeah, I will order. I wasn't paying attention. I could def get more. Okay, good. I'm so glad. Meg's granny stitches do a great job of consistently reminding me that I can't count to 3. I completely agree with that. Sometimes I get 4, sometimes I get 2, and I'm like, how in the world? How in the world did that happen? Yeah, I can see, Kemi, how the granny square can be repetitive, but it is definitely my go-to. All right, this is my 8th square done. Just got here to say hi and you make my mood a little better. I'm so glad, Cami. I'm so glad. I feel you. We are very open At least I'm very open about dealing with like mental health stuff and like having bad days and things like that. Because, you know, I always try to keep it a buck here. Okay. Always try to keep it real with y'all. So I completely understand. I completely understand that, Cami. Measuring my granny square. Be sure that I'm good. Oof. Perfect. My stack of squares. I can't wait to seam these. I'm so excited to show y'all the seam. Because once you see this seam, you're never going to sew a seam again. Ever. Like 2026 for me is probably going to be the year of visible seams. I'm not going to lie. Yeah, I'm a long way off. I think doing the moss stitch showed me I need a lot more practice. Well, I mean, you do a lot of amigurumi. And like crocheting flat does take practice, especially to get the consistency. It's like, come on, brain, it's really not that hard, Max. Crocheters and knitters come to the conclusion pretty quick that counting is harder than everyone thinks. It does. It does. Get some good rest, Cami. All right, 9th granny square. Here we go. See you in the next one, Cami. What is like your super stitch, y'all? So like the stitch that like you could do with your eyes closed. The stitch that like as soon as you pick up your yarn, like your hands almost want to just do that one. Mine is the granny. Mine is absolutely the granny stitch. Either the granny stripe or granny square, granny. Like my eyes are closed right now. I can literally do this one and not look. You guys can see it. I'm not cheating. Like that is it for me, is the granny. Half double crochet here, granny, 3 double crochet cluster. Okay. I knew it. When I closed my eyes, I was like, wait, I did 2 in that one. The rest of them were fine, but it was the beginning one. I was like, no, I closed my eyes too soon. Okay, there we go. We'll do a start over. Should I like... But this has holes. That's not fair. I wish I had a blindfold. Because you know, like, people could do that, like, peeking thing. Like, I don't want to peek. Okay. So I have to be sure that I'm good. Yeah, I promise my eyes are closed. So what is it for y'all? I feel like I can't do the half double crochet with my eyes closed because like I think it's the entering the stitch for me. No, what is it? Because I've tried to do that one like with my eyes closed. I feel like I just need more practice. I promise I'm not looking now. Now I'm not looking. But I second guessed myself because not looking and still talking is what's making this difficult. That's what's making this difficult. If I didn't have to talk, then it would be fine. Because I can watch movies and I'm going, and Quentin's like, "You're not even looking at your project." I'm like, "Huh?" But talking and not looking, that is different. What's a stitch that y'all can do while you're talking? While you're like full on having a conversation and can like still engage. And you're able to look. Maybe that's the half double crochet for me. I feel like I could talk and do the half double crochet. Cuz I don't have to count. I don't have to keep count of anything. Maybe. I think that might be it. I can see a granny would be easier to do while not looking because you're going into the space between the clusters, right, and not into a stitch. That's what makes it so much easier for me, for sure. Sarah, how are you? Wait, Sarah, you had said something earlier. You said half double crochet. Sarah! How are you doing, Sarah? Moss stitch, I couldn't do. I'd have to look at. But I could definitely do that while talking. The griddle stitch while talking? Okay, okay. Yeah, that one I don't think would be difficult. I don't have to count. It would be single crochet working on a plushie. Oh, if you don't have to count. Mm-hmm. Yeah, if there's anything that I have to count, I wouldn't be able to do it while talking. And so like the granny stitch, I have to I have to mentally like calculate 3 double crochet every time, which is how it was so easy for me to miss that. And so like I can't talk and not look at it because I'm counting mentally even though I'm not looking. So it'd have to be something I don't have to count if it's talking. Tired. Almost. I think I've been here the whole time. Just ended up nodding off for a bit. Oh, Sarah. What's a stitch that you feel like you could confidently teach somebody who's never crocheted ever? And not the single crochet. Pick something else. I think half double crochet. I think half double crochet is honestly a good beginner stitch. Not the chain either. Leah. Not a chain either. That's too easy. Roman could do that though. Roman, that would be Roman's selection. He's a master of chaining. Only a fine double crochet. I can't watch RV or TV and crochet. I am slowly training myself too. And it depends on the stitch because I can't either depending on the stitch. So only Roman can say chain because that's the only one he knows. Roman, we have to level up your crochet. When I visit, we're gonna be crocheting. You need to at least go to a single crochet. We can thicken up your skinny scarf just a little bit. Just a teensy teensy bit. One of my fave things is to watch Hallmark movies while crocheting. You won't miss much, right? Or reality TV. Yeah, yeah. I completely agree with that. I really like to put on shows that I've watched before. Like my favorite go-to shows are Steven Universe and Adventure Time and She-Ra. Those are my top 3 favorite animated shows, like American animated shows. And then if I want a bit of a challenge and I want to like study my Japanese while I'm crocheting, I'll put on vlogs because then I can like get stuff from context. I don't have to watch. It's like very like simple like life things It's not like anything fantastical. And then true crime, I can watch as long as I'm working on a project that I can like look up from every now and then. He does have a wooble. I think he has a couple woobles, Sarah. Yeah, I got him the Batman one. There I was minding my own business. Yeah, watching vlogs is nice. It's like it's really nice. Watching anything that has like a strong story plot with like several like mini plots, like I can't crochet and watch that because then it's like too much going on. Yeah, like nothing like that. Exactly, Leah. And then for me, it also depends on the true crime. I really like watching foreign true crime. Can't do that while I'm crocheting because I have to read the subtitles and I need to stay locked in, otherwise I'm gonna miss something. But like true crime in English, I can watch and crochet because I can look down and I can like just go and I don't have to watch subtitles. But then it's like the documentaries that have too much text on screen that like makes me upset because I'm like, well now I have to look up and like so I listen for the like music and there's like no talking and it's just music. I'm like, wait, did I miss something? So it's like that kind of situation. The documentary that I'm watching now has text on the screen while people are talking and it's like, why would you do that to me? Yeah, it definitely depends. And then audiobooks. I can definitely do audiobooks while I'm crocheting. Unless I have to count. Oh, oh, I needed that one. I was slouching. Unshrimp your pasta, friends. Unclaw your hands. Water break, cheers. Oh, Nightbot called me out. Nightbot was like, girl, sit up. Sit up straight. Whoops. I'm so glad that we put those in. Passionate Kelsey reads books while she crochets. I'm definitely not at that level. How? On her Kindle? Because I can read my book depending on what I'm crocheting on my Kindle. She makes those scrunchies really fast, the scrunchies in the market bags. So I can see her doing that. If I don't have to look at it too much, then I can, but it's just like it's inconvenient. I was watching a movie about possum. The drama and faith in my hands stop crocheting. LOL. Oddly, I can't do audiobooks. I can't retain anything if I'm crocheting while listening to audiobooks. Oh, really? She reads physical books? How does she keep the book open? What about turning pages? That's interesting. What is she usually crocheting? I know she crochets a lot of scrunchies and she like has that pattern down. Her hands like automatically go to it. So I can see that. And the market bags. She like crochets those up very quickly. I love watching vlogs to crochet too, sometimes music with a club beat. It gets me going faster due to the beat. I love that, Michelle. The only explanation I can come up with is the magic. I don't know for sure what she was making when she was reading. Yeah, that's wild. Even like reading a Kindle is difficult for me. Oh. Oh, okay, Trish. Possum Trot. Hmm. I was watching a documentary the other day while crocheting. Which documentary? I'd spend the whole time figuring out where I left off. Right. Yeah, I feel like I could not do that. That's wild. My grandma's grandma apparently used to read while she crocheted back when my grandma was a kid. Wow. Yeah, I just feel like I could not do that. Check the gauge on this. This feels a little tight. Oh, nope. Oh, it's good. Right? 1, 2, 3, 4. Hi, Crochet Queen. How are you? Just wanted to say hi. We'll watch this later. Take care. No worries. Thank you for stopping in saying hi. I think that would take skill to read and crochet. Yeah, I agree. Some crazy skill. It was about the beginning. Oh, hmm. What was it called? feel like I feel like I might have watched that one. What year did it come out? What is shrimp pasta? It is like so we said to unshrimp your posture. So basically like to fix your posture. But when I said it one time, it sounded like unshrimp your pasta. So we say unshrimp your pasta. So that's what that means. I feel like Brianna said, we're gonna need like a inside joke wiki. We're weird like that here. Oh, there we go. So funny. I was wondering when somebody would ask, "What in the world? What in the world does that mean?" Oh, where are we with our squares friends for the blanket? Are we doing a cross double? Who's doing a cross double today? Who needs to play catch up? Again, this crochet along doesn't have a timeline. most of the organizations, at least here in the US, accept blankets year round. So you don't have to worry about like, oh, it's warming up a little bit. Like, should I even donate the blanket? Blah, blah, blah. You can always use blankets. They put them in shelters, in homes. And I'm sure that that's the case in other countries as well. So if you are behind, you don't have to worry too much about that. I was on YouTube and I don't remember. It's called Patience Here in the Early Days. Oh. Oh, interesting. I'll have to look at that one. No, the one I watched was on Netflix. I can't remember what it was called though. Oh, you got the cross double crochet done earlier? Like before the live? Oh, yay, Mags. How'd they come out? How do you feel? Oh, Michelle, you got yours done too? Yay! Oh, I'm so glad. It's the right size and the right number of stitches in the border, so I'll take it. Good, I'm glad. As long as you're hitting the size, the number, all of that, your magic number, perfectly fine. It's a really cool looking stitch and it was a fun square to make. Was it your first time doing cross double? Yay! Oh, I'm so glad to hear that. Oh, it makes me so happy. Oh, I can't believe that we're already on our last week of stitches for the squares. I really can't believe it. And we'll seam and do the border. So we only have 2 weeks left of this cow. Went by so fast. I really can't wait for the next one. I do want to do a PDF of this pattern. It might not come out right away, but I do want to do a PDF of this pattern, and it'll have the live streams linked, as well as a few photos stitching along for the squares. And that will be available in the Yarn Over Hook marketplace. So hopefully I will have it by the end of February, because we'll be done with this on the 21st. Our last day is on the 21st. I'd love to have it out and up for you guys by the end of February. Jenny, well, I may have to pause my current crochet. My dog Jojo has jumped up and made herself comfy on it. Aww. And I can't turn without disturbing him. Aww. Do you plan on doing another cow this year? I don't think so. I don't think so. We have our whole like calendar already laid out for events. So the next event after this is our spring clean for YouTube members. So we'll be focusing on projects that like help like organize our space or clean our space, like keep our space clean and organized. So we'll be picking a project to do with YouTube members for that. And that will be March. Yeah, that will be March. And then after that is the Summer Stash Bash, which is June and July, which will be stash busting projects. So Alexis and I will feature a stash busting project each week for the Summer Stash Bash. And then after that is our anniversary week celebration in September. And then right after that is the Autumn Sockathon for YouTube members. And so then that one we kind of like crochet together, but that's not a cow. And then the next cow would be next year. So if I come up with something, maybe, but our calendar is already pretty full for each season. And the New Year, New Blanket cow takes a lot. It does take a lot. But I don't know. We might do like a crochet along, like we do like mini crochet alongs with small patterns like Alexis and I do. So we'll probably have a couple of those in the summer for the stash busting event. For the Summer Stash Bash. Like she wants to write a pattern and I want to write a pattern. So then we'll do a crochet along for that. So like we'll have the pattern up and Alexis and I will walk through it very slowly during that live stream. So that's something that we'll have for sure. Like she wants to write a pattern and I want to write a pattern. And so we'll crochet along during that episode for that item. So I did forget that, yeah. And then sometimes we have like surprise little crochet alongs. So like last year we had 3. Alexis showed us how to make her reusable Easter eggs around Easter time last year. And then we did jellyfish. We did like this beginner jellyfish charm. And oh, for the 100th episode, we did a mystery crochet along. So we made little pumpkin, it like landed around Halloween. So we made little trick-or-treat pumpkin baskets together. So yeah, they'll probably be like little pop-up, like mini episode crochet alongs, as well as a couple during the Summer Stash Bash. And because now we have a mani cam, we'll incorporate that in the crochet along as well. I can't wait for the Summer Stash Bash. Summer Stash Bash was really fun last year. That was really, really fun. So I can't wait to do it again with y'all this year. Yeah, Leah, this will be your first time like going through the events with us, because this is your first event, right? Is the New Year, New Blanket. Our first like official crochet event last year was the Summer Stash Bash. So a lot of our friends here are from the Summer Stash Bash last year. Hi, Katerina, how are you? Which is so fun. It's so fun to think about. So this will be the 2nd annual Summer Stash Bash. Yes, my first ever Cal in general. Oh, yay! Yay, Leah, that's so awesome. I'm so honored to be your first one. Oh, it makes me so happy. All right, I'm gonna finish this here. And and then go over the edge for this square. How many do I have? 7? Oh, 8. Okay, cool. I have 2 more rounds to do. Okay. Let me get this up here. I need my hook. Yay, Mags! Oh, Mags, you too! So you haven't done the Summer Sash Bash. Denise, yeah, Summer Sash Bash is when I came in. Yay! Yeah, Summer Sash Bash is fun. I think Michelle won for the most made items during Summer Sash Bash last year. Michelle made so many things. All right, let me get my pattern up. All right, you did. You found this at the end of 2025. What am I doing? Oh, here we go. Alrighty, hello. So for the edge, this one's very simple. So once you've completed your length, the number of rows that you're supposed to do. So for small, it's 17, medium is 27, large is 35. Do not fasten off. You want to end with a row 3. So end with single crochet so that when you chain 1 and turn. Oh, whoa, hold on. Chain 1 and turn. You're on the right side. Okay, so you chain 1 and turn, you'll end up on the right side. So then you're going to single crochet in the first stitch and all the way across, you do your chain 2 in each corner. So for the tops and bottoms, you should be pretty set for the small and medium. You should already have 20 stitches and 32 stitches for the top and bottom. The only one that's going to need adjusting is the large, and you'll decrease 2. And that's it. So it's very, very simple for this one. I really, really love how that worked out. Kathleen, I'm very excited. I'm excited I have yet to do a Summer Sash Bash. Yay! I'm so excited. Lydia, welcome. Welcome back. We are doing the border of our cross double. So because I'm doing the small, I'm just going to go all the way across. When I put in the pattern to spread out your stitches evenly on the sides, is that okay? What do you guys think about that? Because it makes sense to me as like a crocheter who's used to doing that. But for those like, I feel like because we're already on our 9th stitch, you guys have become used to it. But like, how does that sound? Because it makes the most sense to me, like just spread them out evenly on the sides. But, and like for one of the squares early on, I gave a lot of direction on how to do that, like on tips on how to do that. But like in the written pattern, how do you guys feel about it? I want to get y'all's opinion. So again, because I'm doing the small, it already has those 20 stitches. So I went all the way across for those 20 stitches. I'm going to count anyway, just to be sure. Perfect. And then chain 2, and now we're going to work down the side. So for this one, we have single crochet rows as well as double crochet rows. So in the double crochet rows, we can put 2. For the single crochet rows, we can put 1. So because I did the small, so I would have 17 rows, what I would do for this one is skip some of the single crochet rows. I would do a decrease in some of the single crochet rows. And then for some of them, I'd put like 3 of them, or 1 actually, I would go ahead and put it. So like that is my like spread evenly. Determine where you're going to put your single crochet rows, mark or single crochet stitches, mark where you're going to decrease or increase, whatever you want to do, and just make sure that it's spread out evenly and that you hit your magic number. Kathleen, for me, that's a fine explanation. Okay, great. So like for example, for this one, I'm absolutely going to put a single crochet because it's at my corner. And then I'm going to go into the double crochet stitch. So remember, you don't want to go around the post. You can for this one because there's already some gaps, so it's okay if you do. But like, I think I'm going to go in the stitch. And then if this was a single crochet row I was going to skip, then I would just do a decrease. So insert your hook into that stitch, yarn over and pull up a loop. And then I'm going to insert my hook into the next stitch, yarn up over and pull up a loop, and then do a decrease. So then that will count as me ignoring that single crochet row and then going into the stitch. And that is how I would spread my stitches evenly across the sides. How do I want to go into this? I'll just go in there. Katarina, we love crochet here too. It made sense to me, but I wonder if it would be helpful to say something about counting the places you can put a single crochet so you can plan where you need to add increases and decreases to get the correct number on that side. That's a great idea. So I will put an explanation like before the patterns to like for how to get your magic number on the sides and put something like that. Thank you so much, Mags. All right, Jenny. I would be tempted by sushi as well. Thank you so much for hanging out. Yeah, that's a good idea, Mags. Let me take a screenshot of that so I can remember what you said. Can I not? There we go. Thank you so much, Max. Then I'm here at the bottom, so I'll chain 2 and go on across the bottom. So again, I'm all good stitch count wise, so I'm just going to go ahead and single crochet in every stitch across the bottom. You're welcome. I write chaining material as part of my job. It's hard to cover everything without giving an overwhelming amount of information. That's, yes. Like, I want to avoid blocks of text, but I don't want to leave anything up for like, like that kind of thing. Yeah, it is so difficult. Yeah, sushi. Yeah, sushi sounds so good. We're going out with some friends later, and I'm really, really excited. We're not getting sushi, but we're getting wings. I haven't had wings in a long time. I'm very excited for that. Very, very excited. I was gonna take my crochet, but now I'm like afraid that I'm gonna get it dirty. I was gonna work on my popcorn while we're hanging out at the bar. Like, I feel like it's appropriate. I'm making popcorn. So that is like, yeah. It's so funny because I feel like there's a lot of folks kind of talking about like, where is it rude to crochet? I've even seen a post, someone said that they crochet in church and like they get side-eyed. And I'm like, no, I'm all for it, especially if that will help your focus. And that's what she says, like, it helps my focus. So like, either I can be unfocused in church or focused. Like, what do y'all want? And I'm like, yes. So, I mean, I think I can't. What is like the wildest places you guys have crocheted? Like public spaces. Mine would probably be the movies. I've definitely crocheted during the movies. If there's enough light, I'll crochet during a movie. Like if there's not a whole lot of people in the theater. I definitely do it during previews because I don't like watching previews. So I definitely crochet during previews. And then if the movie's like low key and there's not a whole lot of people, then and I can see, then I'll crochet during the movies. But Yeah, I am not afraid to bring out my crochet. If I feel like it'll be distracting for people, of course I won't bring it out, but if I think that I can like do it discreetly enough that it won't be distracting to others, then I'll do it. Perfect. And I'll just do the same across the top here. And that's it. The border for this one's really simple. Didn't realize I did that out of frame. I was crocheting that out of frame. Apparently, some people crochet on frozen lakes with cracks in them. Alexis. Terrifying. She did it because she's like, I want to add it to my place of craziest places I've crocheted. And I'm like, yeah, I don't know who can top crocheting on top of a frozen lake. My gosh. Mine's at the hospital and I usually make small plushies. Oh. Oh, Alexis, man. Alexis is so funny. Are there any questions on this stitch before we go? Thank you again, Tina, for letting me know we had the wrong stitch on here. Thank you again, Tina. Oh, what am I doing? Whoa, whoa, whoa. That is not what I'm supposed to be doing. There we go. Granny Square members, I will have a reel out for you and an update on the sweater. I have not yet tried it on with my ribbing, so I'm excited to try it on after this live. So keep an eye out this evening for a reel on and an update on how it's going. And then Stitch Squad members, you guys will get a photo update. I've gotten a lot further than the last photo update in the ribbing, but I'm still working on the ribbon and it's gonna be a minute. But I want to give you guys an update on how it's going. And then don't forget to check out the new video for this week. So it's January wrap up. Thank you, friends who have already commented, giving it a hype, a like. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I really appreciate all the engagement that you guys put into the videos, because then it gets it out to other folks. So thank you so much for engaging with the videos. Tuesday, we're going to be working on the long wave. This one. So we're working on this one here on Tuesday. This one is probably the most tedious out of the stitches. It has 2 different sizes, so make sure you pay attention to the pattern. I'm hoping to have the pattern up by Sunday evening, so that you guys can have all day Monday to look at it. But, oh, that's one that you've done, Mags? Nice. So for the small and medium, it's gonna have a different like sequence of stitches than the large. They're gonna look very similar, but because of how the waves stitch, the waves like land in the large square, I wanted the medium and the small square to look similar to this. So it's just shifted. The stitches are just shifted. It's the same kind of like technique and everything, but the starting for each row is just different. So the small and medium has a different pattern from the large. So just make sure that you pay attention to that when you look at the pattern. Make sure that you're doing the right sides. And then there'll be charts. There'll be charts for these ones because it's better explained with a chart. So if you have not practiced your chart, your chart reading chart cheat sheet, grab that for free here and go over your chart stitches. And you should be good for Tuesday stitch. I think that's it. So Tuesday will be at 3:30 p.m. Pacific time. Stay safe this weekend. It's a Super Bowl weekend. Stay safe. I don't know who's playing. Go Sports. I think that's it, friends. I think that's it. No worries, Trish. Yay! Oh, let's do a check. We'll do a yarn over hook check before we go. We haven't done one today. Thank you to our top chatters, Mags, Taylor, and Sharon. Thank you guys so much. Thank you so much, Taylor, for the super chat. And oh, Cam, you got your welcome message. Welcome to the Granny Square membership. Let's check the poll. For foundation single crochet chain, do you count the turning as a stitch? Yes. Oh, what? Wow, interesting. Okay. No worries, Michelle. Of course, Max. Thank y'all so much for hanging out. Let me do a check. Make sure that you mark your calendars for February 20th. I'll be doing a live with Mrs. DeVeter on the Furls channel, so make sure you keep an eye out for that. I'll make an event so that there's something on Yarn Over Hooks that you guys can refer to that, but I won't be able to add the link until they schedule it. So just keep an eye out for the link for that. Yarn Over Hook check. Yeah, I'm trying to catch up working on the shell square while watching the live. Yay! Oh, I'll definitely check out that book, Leah. Your shell stitch looks so good. Thank you, Jen, for the video. I will watch that later. Mags! Oh, I love the blue ones. The blue regiment is ready to join the red. I love it. Hi, T Loves Crochet. Hi, Nifty. How are you guys doing? I love it. If you have not joined Yarn Over Hook yet, we would love to have you. We would love to see what you are making. It is a free social media for crocheters to connect with other crocheters from all over the world. You can join for free at yarnoverhook.com. Post what you're working on. Post what you're working on this weekend. If you're going to be crocheting while watching the Super Bowl, I want to see. If you crocheted any jerseys for the Super Bowl, I definitely want to see that. So definitely join us on Yarn Over Hook. Welcome, T-Loves. Welcome. And okay, now I think that that's it. I've been stalling because I don't want to go. I never want to leave y'all. You guys are amazing as always. Thank you. I'll see you guys Tuesday at 3:30 p.m. Pacific time for the long wave stitch. Have a great weekend. Have a safe weekend. And crochet all day, friends. Bye, everybody. Bye. Before we go, I want to give a huge shout out to our YouTube members. Thank you so much for your support. Your membership helps us to create videos just like this one. Thank you again so much for supporting the Yarn Over Hook team, and we'll catch you in the next video. Bye! Yarn Over Hook, social media for crocheters. Create, learn, and connect with other crocheters from around the world. Join for free today at yarnoverhook.com.